Hey, Delvon Digital here, and this is Tech Talk with
Raven.
All right, here we are back with another video. I'm here to talk some tech with my wife, and she's just the average person, so we're just going to kind of like get into this or whatever. I got a few questions I'm gonna ask and have her answer, and we're just gonna kind of like talk about it, like a little podcast type thing or whatever. So let's get it. So we're gonna talk about her laptop first, right? So when I met her years ago, I want to say that she had this raggedy, janky Windows laptop that was like, was it touchscreen? Couldn't remember. She don't like that I talk about her laptop.
Um,
Was it
was
touchscreen?
it touchscreen?
She don't even remember. It had to be. It had to
Yeah.
be. Let me tell you, it had to be touchscreen because, anyways, it was slow. One day she had me troubleshoot it, and I got frustrated trying to fix it for her. And I was just like, you know what? Me being a high end person, I couldn't do this anymore. So I told her that I was going to get her a laptop. So I ended up getting like a MacBook, and now what the MacBook was like basically for both of us at the time, and she were using it. The problem is that it had fingerprints all over the screen because she she just got so used to her other laptop that she just kept touching the screen thinking it was a touchscreen. I said, baby, MacBooks don't have touchscreens. And
Unfortunate.
yes. And being an iPhone person that she is, she really still didn't like the MacBook that much because she couldn't touch the screen. So I got a MacBook for me. Well, she bought me a MacBook, a different MacBook. I got a M1 Air now, and I gave her my it was my Surface Laptop 3 that I spent all that money on, and it's a touchscreen. So she's gonna kind of tell you how she liked that experience more, or better, or if she does. So kind of tell me about that your new laptop. How you feel about it?
I do like my new laptop. I like it very much. However, my old laptop was a real one.
It
It was pretty. Yeah, I know I like
it was
that.
not pretty.
It was.
It looked like a freaking old
Oh, you know
first
what?
generation Chromebook.
You're right.
Yes, exactly.
I'm thinking about another laptop I had that was broken before, way before.
Okay.
That one was pretty, but it was an HP. It was blue. It was
Okay.
just pretty.
Okay. So this one was
Okay.
black though.
So this one was black. I made it pretty by putting stickers on it. I did make it pretty. Listen, it did what it had to do.
It did what it had to do. But we're talking about the new one now. How you feel?
The new one, I do like it. I like the biggest part is that it is touch screen because I think that's the biggest thing with me and laptops is I have to touch the screen.
Do you feel it's much faster? It loads faster than your old one?
My own most likely, yeah.
Do you like the new design? I mean, what do you like the design of the new one over the old one?
Yeah, the keyboard, cause it's got that soft,
I think it's a Kari material, that gray material they come out.
yeah, the
I
gray
think they call it a
material.
Kari or something like that.
That material, I love it. It kind of reminds me of a MacBook, the outside and how like thin it is. Do I care for that color?
Probably not.
No, I kind of wanted a different color.
Yeah. But that's why we're gonna get a case for it, though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So, but I definitely like it. Like the whole Face ID that's on it. I like because I know my old laptop didn't have that. And I
You like it?
I just like it. Yeah.
All right. All right. Are you happy for the upgrade though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
+1 for me, right? All right. So the next question is, I'm an Android guy, right? You're an iPhone girl.
Yes.
Would you ever switch to Android?
For what? Oh, my phone.
Yeah. Would you ever switch your phone?
I'll have to see about the phone.
What would be a deciding factor for you to actually cross over?
How it looks is gonna be a one big deciding factor. I think.
So losing some of the stuff that you do on your iPhone, you will cross over if the Android phone looks nice.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't think I'm losing a lot. Like, a lot of the stuff that I do on my iPhone, I am guaranteed I can do it on Android phone because a lot of stuff that I do is apps. It's like Instagram, okay? Well, I know I can download Instagram on another phone. Snapchat, same
Okay,
thing.
well let's be more specific then because the audience that's watching, right? Everyone knows that the biggest thing that everyone talks about is like ecosystem, having an Apple Watch and having FaceTime and iMessage. Is any of that important to you where you feel like you're stuck and you can't move on? Could you give up your Apple Watch?
Yeah, no, I kind of like my Apple Watch.
You kind of like
That's kind of one of the main things I do like. I I know there's like other watches out there, but I don't know. Something about an Apple Watch to me, it just feels like it fits my wrist and fits me. Like I don't like the circle. I know you do because it gives you that actual, like, actual watches are
Okay.
actual circles, whereas Apple is the square. But for me, I just feel like it's petite, like it's a petite
So
thing.
if there was a square Android watch, would that change your mind?
I think so. I
There's
mean, if I had an Android, as long as it mimics. I mean, I'm just thinking about if it mimics the Apple Watch.
in what way? Because like what does your Apple Watch do that you need
Oh,
it
it's
to do?
not
It's not
what
what
it
it do.
does. It's
It's just
how
the
it
look.
looks. Yeah.
Okay, so if
It's
there was an Android watch that looked like it, you'd be fine.
yes,
Because what you do when you watch in the first place?
I literally do the basics. I use it for so my watch is really an essential for my job. I use it for a timer, for the actual time, and then a timer, and then I also use it to like read a message. If a message comes through, then I'll like quick glance at it because I technically can't have my phone at
Okay.
work. But that's about it. I don't do any of these other features that's on the watch. I don't do the health. I don't make calls with my watch. I don't look at email.
So technically, you're saying that the watch isn't the deciding factor then, because if you can find a square Android watch to do the things that it does now, those things that you wanted to do, you're fine.
Yeah.
So what
I'm
about
just I'm just used to
what about
the
messaging and FaceTime? Is that a problem?
um I think no, because I really only FaceTime one person. So FaceTime is not going to be the problem. Um
What about iMessage and groups?
Now that might be a problem
Okay.
because I've said this plenty of times. My issue. It's not, the green bubble versus a blue bubble thing. It's not that. For me, it's the fact that because people have different devices, it's really just when we have a group message. For one, if there's somebody in the group that's an Android, you can't just add in people like you could if everybody was
So it's
on.
just pretty much the adding and
Yeah,
removing
it's
people.
really just the group message that's my biggest issue. It's not just
The color of it. It's just that
color of it.
because every time, because I remember you brought it up. You said every time that y'all had somebody in the group and you wanted to remove them, you had to make a new group.
Yeah,
And you rather just remove them. And we did mention this before. You do love Telegram because you use it with me and a lot of other people, but you just haven't set it up with your coworkers yet. And y'all haven't done that yet.
Yes.
So why you haven't done that?
I don't think everybody is as willing. It's the same thing with my family. I just don't think everybody is as willing to get the app, even though it takes nothing to get the app. It's just that people are set with, why do I need to go to an app to message you when we can just message phone number?
Oh, so that's a real thing, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's just the willingness. It's not really the process because now they have to get used to instead of texting on their regular phone.
Even though it would fix the problem.
Yeah, we gotta now text on this app. I gotta remember to text on it because even when I first joined Telegram because of you, I had to remember to not text you on my phone.
Yeah.
And I had to get used to always going straight to Telegram.
You like it now, huh?
Yeah, and I like it now.
Do you think that you wish you can get everybody on that one app instead?
I do. Yeah. I wish I could get a lot of people on it because I do have like my family
friends.
Yeah, so
it just makes it easier, right? Yeah,
it's only one friend that has a different phone. And that's what makes it funny for the group.
So is that one, right?
It's just one. It's one friend who she says the iPhone is a cult, and she is not about to go to the cult, to the dark side.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy because it's like the opposite of me. Like I have less people on iPhone than I have on Android, so it's like, we're using Telegram, and I could use RCS messaging because we have the kind of like the same thing y'all have now. But we still just use that as a default because it's just easier. Because if I did get a nice friend who has iPhone, I'd be like, hey man, get Telegram. We can talk up here. Like, okay, cool. But yeah, let's move on from that though. The next thing is that she had stole my AirPods Max. And she keep calling them her headphones. So I want her to just kind of like tell you why she like them. Why did you start liking those? Because I gave her my Sony XM4s or 3s or whatever, and all of a sudden they're mine again, and then the AirPods is hers. So what up with that?
Another look. It looks nice.
It looks nice.
It looks nice.
All right.
Those are the biggest reasons right there for everything I have is it looks nice. Um, I think I like the fact that it is an iPhone. I mean, AirPods, and it
Hmm.
goes with the iPhone and stuff like that. So that sync up.
That ecosystem stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
it's getting you, ain't it?
yeah. The
It's
whole
getting you.
sync up, like with the Sony's, I gotta physically turn on the headphones, which
Hmm.
then it syncs up. But with the AirPods, you just
Put
pop
them
them
on.
janks on my head. However, I do
Mhm.
have a problem with them.
Okay, what's that?
I think my head is small. I mean, I know my head is small because sometimes
Hmm.
when I have them on, I don't know if it doesn't feel it. It doesn't feel that I'm wearing them, and it'll stop. It'll think that I don't know. It's just not connected anymore. And then what I have to do is like I have to readjust
Readjust, and then it
and
makes a
push.
noise.
Like I have to readjust, and then I have to
Hmm.
push it down,
Hmm.
and then it'll be like, oh, connect. And I'm like, yeah, well, you were always on my head. You just didn't realize that you were on
So
my
what if
head.
I told, since you're tied into this ecosystem slightly, right? What if I told you that the Mac can you can message from the Mac and you can unlock your Mac with your watch and you can, do FaceTime and people make phone calls and stuff like that from your MacBook if you're on it. Do you care about any of that?
No, but I already knew that.
You knew
I
that.
remember with your watch that you could unlock your phone.
Yeah.
So I would
The
assume
mask on and
that
stuff.
yeah.
But that don't matter to you.
Cuz
That matters to a lot of people. They
what
talk
that
in the tech community, they talk about that all the time.
what that you can unlock your
Well, you can like my watch and my Mac and everything just works together. But it seems like you care about certain things, but not everything.
mm-mm.
Yeah, I agree because I don't use everything in the ecosystem either. You already know I have Apple's ecosystem as well, and I really don't use everything. I think my two things that I use is like AirDrop and I love Universal Control. I know you don't know what that is, but it's like if my Mac
Oh
was
yeah, I
right
do.
there, I
Cuz
can
you can
the
go to
cursor.
the tab
Yeah, you remember when you was in
yeah,
a room
and you
you had
was messing up my stuff.
you was watching some. She was watching something on the iPad, and then my cursor got missing off my Mac back here, and I was like, "Where'd it go?"
And I'm
And
over
then
here just looking at this little line. I'm like, what the heck is
so
this?
I said Apple needs to really like have a limit of the distance because she
Mm,
was in a whole different room, and I didn't like that. So
yeah.
I gotta keep turning that feature on and off, which sucks. So it's a good feature, but Apple needs to like fine tune it way better because
Right.
it should not be way back there. And I lose my mouse a lot. One time I had my Mac up front and it was on. Well, I thought I turned it off, but it was on. And then I was back here editing, and then my mouse disappeared on me again. I didn't know where it was at.
Mhm.
And then I realized that it went to there. So it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's another feature I don't really use often.
yeah, AirDrop.
AirDrop. I do
Yeah,
not use that.
I kind of make you use that sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
wait, unlock your
you're the
phone.
reason why I use because you're like unlock your phone, but I don't. And then you know what's
Hmm.
crazy? Is in high school I think I used it way more.
Oh, well, we're in the real world now.
Yeah, in high school I think because you would just airdrop like
It's a yeah,
answers and
kind of a
stuff.
thing with kids in
Yes,
school,
but
but
now it's like I barely use
yeah,
airdrop.
I think it's really in the tech community that uses these things the most. That's why we're kind of talking about this because you're average person. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Pixel Buds. You use the Pixel Buds instead of the AirPods. You lost your AirPods actually if you wanted another pair, and you was like, no, I'm fine with the Pixel Buds. Why do you like the Pixel Buds?
Um, and I've always had this problem. Earbuds irritate me,
Mm,
irritate my ears. I can't have them in my ear for too long. I just start getting like my ears just start going crazy with the itchy and stuff like that. Also, both of us struggle with finding ones that fit my ear. I don't know if my ears are like small, the loop. I don't know if it's just smaller than
mm-hmm.
most. But a lot of earbuds do not fit my ear. So they like I put them in correctly, or he'll put them in correctly, and
Mm-hmm.
then over time I can just hear it just
Coming out.
coming out. Um, and that's why
You like the Pixel Buds because they don't.
yeah, for the most part, those have been the least problems
Hmm.
ones that I've had. And you know me now, I got the fake AirPods going on right now.
Yeah, because she lost the Pixel Buds. Can you believe that?
I didn't lose them. No, what happened? No, I didn't lose them. I do have to find them. They're lost in this house. They're lost in this house, but they're not lost in the world. I went on a trip and I meant to take them with me
Hmm.
and I forgot them. And so I had to go find something because on that trip I needed some type of buds. I found these. We went to this gas station and I saw these buds that semi resemble AirPods,
AirPods.
and I was like, bet. So
That's what she use but don't use because she don't ever have them in the ear.
I do not.
But all right, let's move on. Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. Which one? She didn't go off. And I know, right. Because she go off when we say.
Right.
Which one do you think is smarter? You use all three. So which one you think is
Do I
smarter?
use all three?
No, you've used all three. I'm
Oh,
saying you
okay.
use all three.
So I do not use all three. I only use one.
Oh, I know you use one now.
I only use that one. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with her.
You're gonna go with her. So who is the G one?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with the G one. She think so. The G is smarter. Okay. She used Alexa shortly because I gave her one. I don't know how. She probably just told it to play music and lights it. If anything, probably not even that.
That's what I tell Google.
Yeah, that is what you tell Google.
I don't really use
So
it.
she don't even know none of the mouth assistants. Couldn't even answer that question. Which one is smarter?
And I for sure don't use Siri at all
Yeah.
and that's on my phone. And I never
You would
ask.
think.
I
It's
never
crazy.
ask my phone for anything.
It's crazy because I think a lot of iPhone users don't use Siri, but in the tech community, again, we have those little bit of people that do. And they're gonna say it's the best, it's this, and that's really good.
You want to know funny?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to access Siri like with my watch, like his or on my
I
phone.
think it's maybe a hold. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's always like a hold with
But
a lot of these.
I don't care because I don't use it.
I don't either. On my Apple Watch, I don't know how to activate it either. To be honest with you, because I never use her ever.
And it's weird because like sometimes at work, because most of my coworkers we have our Apple Watches on. It'll randomly be like, I don't understand, and we're like, and I'm like,
We ain't say nothing to you.
ain't nobody say nothing to you. And then on top of that, when
But Google has done that to us too. We be chilling,
yeah.
watching a movie,
Yes,
or
he did that yesterday.
yeah, she just
like,
say something. We're like,
what are you
we ain't talk. You
Right.
talk to you.
I'm like,
All right, let's go to the next one. Buying me tech for my birthday and special occasions is that is that a problem?
it's a problem when it comes to money. It's not a problem on what you want because I always know what you want because you always talk about how you're gonna get it for yourself or whatever. It's the amount of money
That this stuff costs.
usually, and it usually costs almost a thou wow, if not a thou wow. Like
I be trying to find stuff for you to buy me that's small.
boy, everything I gotta buy for you has gotta be on a payment plan. It's got to be. Because it's always, if it's not close to $1,000, it is $1,000. Like
I promise, like this year, I'm going to set a limit, not for myself, but for you. If it's something that you buy,
I don't think there's anything that's
it can't be,
$500
because,
less that you want.
maybe the accessories to the big things I want, right? Like I can have you do those, and I can do that.
Yeah.
We can try it. I'll try though. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
And I'm proud of you.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm still on a payment plan with this laptop, this Mac. So I'm like,
All right. And the last thing is like what it's like, just kind of like we talked about this already, but just living with somebody who's into tech so deep like this, like
it's got its advantages. I will say it has its advantages because I do like the fact that I can play music anywhere. I can talk to her and she answers back, turn on the lights, turn off the lights. It does have its advantages, but it has its disadvantage because it's like I can't live my simple life of having my same iPhone from 2001 to now. You always talk about how you're going to upgrade me, and I'm like, yo, if this jank ain't broken, if I could still make a call, scroll on Instagram, and text,
it ain't broken.
It ain't broken. Like, and even when it do break, because I do break phones, like a screen, baby, I can pay for a new screen, get the screen fixed. Sometimes it is too much tech. Like, I just feel like we have an abundance of it, and we don't have the space for it, if that makes sense. Talk about the Googles and Assistants and all that stuff. And then it's just expensive. I think those are the three biggest things. It's just expensive to uphold these tech problems.
But what about your Legos?
Are we talking about tech?
Okay, all right, we leave that alone. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Delvon.
And I'm Raven.
And I guess we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Bye.